Well, students, good evening to all of you. Guys, today we will discuss another important topic of B.Ed, which is a gender studies, right? It is your paper 5th under Kurukshetra University, right? So under the gender studies, we will talk about gender studies, right? Then again, under this, we will talk about masculinity and femininity, right? We will also discuss about patriarchy system and matriarchy system, as well as we will talk about the equality and equity, right guys? So these 3-4 subheadings we will discuss under the topic gender studies. Okay, first we understand the term what is gender studies, right? So first of all, we understand what is gender. Guys, gender basically it is a socially constructed term which has specified nature and meaning. The term gender refers to the economics, political, social, and cultural attributes and opportunities associated with being male and female, right? So it is a socially constructed term, right? Constructed by the society. Okay, again further we read, okay, in most societies, men and women differ in the activities they undertake, in access to and control of the resources, and in participation in decision making, right guys? And in the most societies, women as a group have less access than men to the resources, opportunities, and decision making, right guys? Even in our India, you can see that this is a male dominated society, right? Means most of the access of the resources and opportunities, okay, given to the male side. Hana, if you talk about the if male and female, they are working in a company, same things they are doing that, but male is getting a more salary, right? In many of the societies, in India, you have seen that male, there is a dominance of the male. Male is the head of the family, right? But according to the WHO, this is the important. WHO क्या कहता है? According to the WHO, gender refers to the socially constructed roles, behaviors, activities, and attributes that a given society considers appropriate for men or women, right? And they come under the category of masculine or feminine, are gender categories, right? तो अकॉर्डिंग टू WHO, ये जो जेंडर है ये एक सोशली कंस्ट्रक्टेड टर्म है, ओके, और इट कम्स अंडर some behaviors, activities, or attributes of the particular societies. According to the societies, okay, only the society considers, okay, it is appropriate for men or women, but they come under the category of a masculine and feminine, right guys? So little bit we talk about meaning of a sex and gender. Okay, first. So if we talk about the sex basically it has come from the Latin word sexes, which is determined by a person's reproductive organs. Sex is a biological term. People are termed either male or female depending on their sex organs, reproductive organs, and genes. But guys, gender, see the gender, the word gender has come from the Latin word genus or genes, okay, you can pronounce it, which means kind or race. Gender is a psychological and cultural term referring to one's subjective feeling of maleness and femaleness. The term gender refers to the economic, social, political, and cultural attributes and opportunities associated with being male and female, right? So guys, basically जो gender है, gender can be a male, female, or any of the persons, or transgender also, okay? But when we talk about the when any social responsibility is given to a particular persons in a particular society, so basically we term as a gender. We don't use the term male hai, female hai, right? Well, this thing is the opportunity is given to the resources is given to the male or female, okay? So basically in a society, so responsibility or opportunity is given to the gender, okay? So when we talk about equality, So always we talk about gender equality. When we talk about awareness, we will talk about the gender awareness, right? If we talk about the gender equality, so under the gender equality, it means male and female both should be given the same resources, right? So according to the WHO, ये define किया गया है gender. अब हम करते हैं what is the difference between gender and sex? Gender is a socially constructed, have specific roles, responsibilities, and behavior pattern. On the other side, sex is a biological term. It refers to noticeable differences in reproductive organs. Second, gender is a cultural specific. Sex is a natural, constant, and universal. Right? Third is gender varies within and between in society. Right? Well, in some society, head of the family is the male. In some society, head of the family is the female. Okay, that's why gender varies over hai na? Gender varies within and between in society as per regulations of the social institutions. But sex, when you talk about sex, can't be changed, right? Number 4, at different times in history and in different societies, gender roles are different. And on the other side of a sex, throughout history and across culture, sex differences exist. So it was a little bit about gender and sex. Okay, sex basically it is decided when the baby born, and based upon the reproductive organs of the male or female, we say he or she is a male or female. Okay, but gender jo hai, and sex is a psychological term. Okay, but gender is a socially constructed term based upon the different societies given a role to a different persons. Right? Okay, guys. Now we understand some of the related terminology and concepts. Okay. First, gender roles. Okay. It means the particular economic, political, and social roles and responsibilities that are considered appropriate for men and women in a culture. Right? Gender equality. When we talk about gender equality, it means equality means each individual or group of a people is given the same resources or opportunities, right? तो इसके अंदर already male, female, वो सारे के सारे आ गए हैं, transgenders, है ना? We talk about the gender equality, right? Gender equity. This is the most important. Gender equity, right? The process of being fair to women and men. Equity leads to the equality. In the further slide, I will give you, one example of the equity, right? This is the important, because यहाँ पे ये याद रख लो कि to reach to the equality, there is a need to first we have to achieve the equity, because equity leads to the equality, right? Gender equity also implies that health needs which are specific to each gender receive appropriate resources. Okay. Next, we talk about general gender awareness. What is a gender awareness? Gender awareness means understanding that they are socially determined differences between men and women, and that these influence access to and control of resources. And when we talk about the gender sensitivity, the ability to perceive existing gender differences and issues. Right, guys? So it was, little bit about the gender terminology related with this topic, gender studies, right? Because we are doing the gender studies, right? Okay. Now, the next subheading is patriarchy system and matriarchy system. Okay. It is also in your syllabus. Okay. ये क्या होता है? Patriarchy system and matriarchy system. Patriarchy system means basically हिंदी में इसको बोलो तो पंचायत system, right? Okay. Patriarchy system ये होता है, it is a social system in which, under the patriarchy, in which male hold primary power and predominate in roles of a political leadership, moral authority, social privilege, and control of property. है ना? You have seen that. है ना? Property जो transfer होती है first, है ना? तो वो जो है मतलब male dominant करता है. In the domain of the family, father hold authority over the women and children. A patriarchy system is a social system in which the father is the head of the household. right guys? Matriarchy system. अब ये देखो ना, फादर को ही दिया जाता है, it is the head of the family. So we are talking about gender equality, but in our society, under the patriarchy system, father is the father means male, male is the head of the family, right? He controls over the property and other, not the female and children. We are talking about gender equality. So we have to understand the concept patriarchy, matriarchy, kya system hai. Then we have to understand what the WHA says. Then we will talk about the gender equality. Then we will discuss about the equity, right? So only then gender equality is possible, right guys? Matriarchy system. Understand the concept of a matriarchy system, because in many societies, matriarchy system exists. Not in India, even the world, right? Matriarchy is a social system in which female hold primary power and predominates in roles of political leadership, moral authority, social privilege, and control of property, at the specific exclusion of men, at least to a large degree. A matriarchy system is a social system in which the mother is the head of the family. The mother is the head of the household. In a matriarchy society, the governance of the society is also in the hands of women, right? So you know that, okay, in some societies, patriarchy system exists where, control of property and household is given to the father or a male, and in the matriarchy system, mother is the, main of the family, right? Okay guys, there is a little bit difference between patriarchy system and matriarchy system, because this questions mostly comes in this paper in the short answer, right? So you can make such kind of a headings, okay, in the tabular form, right? Under the patriarchy system, household, father is the head of the household. On the other side of the matriarchy system, mother is the head of the household. Power, right? The father has more power and control over others under the patriarchy system. And on the matriarchy system, the mother has more power and control over others. Property. The ownership of the property goes to males. Jahan par patriarchy system hai, right? The ownership of the property goes to the male, not to the female. You have seen that. But under the matriarchy system, the ownership of the property goes to female. Governance. The society is governed by the males under the patriarchy system, and under the matriarchy system, the society is governed by the females. Okay, guys, I will share the PDF with you, okay, in details. You can see about the PDF, okay, and then in the next class, rest of the papers we will finish, okay. But in today's class, I'm discussing about the main things about gender awareness, okay, gender equality, matriarchy system, patriarchy system, masculinity, femininity, okay, so that you should be a little bit aware of these topic in gender studies, okay. Today I'm not going into the detail, ये तो heavy हो जाएगा, right? So just understand about the gender studies and some of the terminologies or some of the difference between the terms, right guys? Okay, now we understand masculinity and femininity, okay. Masculinity क्या होता है? Basically, it refers to the behavior, social roles and relations of a man within a given society, as well as meanings attributed to them. The term masculinity stresses gender, unlike male, which stresses biological sex. Thus, the term masculinity refers to the roles, behavior and attitude expected from a man, right? So masculinity is related with the man, okay, ये याद रखना है. These roles and behaviors are accepted and appreciated in the society of which he is a member. Femininity. Femininity, also called the womanliness or girlishness, is a set of attributes, behavior and roles generally associated with women and girls. Like masculinity, femininity is a partially socially constructed being made up of both socially defined and biological created factors. The concept of a femininity is distinct from the concept of a biological female sex, as both males and females can exhibit female traits, right? So when we talk about the different societies, what is the role of a gender? So basically, we divide the roles of a gender based upon the masculinity and femininity, right? Irrespective of the male and female. Got it? Okay. Next, we talk about equality and equity. Okay. What is the terms gender equality? When we talk about gender, now you have come to know that it is a socially constructed term, right? Gender. So gender equality means when women and men enjoy the same rights, same opportunities across all the society in the world, right? So then only we can say that we have achieved the gender equality, right, guys? Okay, you can see in the picture also, where the male, female, all are enjoying the same resources. Gender equality. Gender equality, also known as the sex equality, equality of the genders, is the view that everyone should receive equal treatment and not be discriminated against based on their gender. Right? So this is all gender equality. Okay, guys? Okay. Now we understand the term meaning of equity. While equality means each individual or a group of a people is given the same resources and opportunities, equity recognizes that each person has different circumstances and allocates the exact resources and opportunities needed to reach an equal outcome. This is equity. So equality to ho gaya ki equal resources and opportunities to all the persons, all the male, females and others. Okay, but equity means because in the India or in the world, every person has different resources. Every person has different things in order to survive in the society. Okay, first of all, we have to give assistance to those person to come on the level so that we will talk about the equality, right? In the next example, we understand the meaning of equity in detail, right, guys? So see the example of equality versus equity, right? Okay, in the first image, see what are you looking in the first image? Okay, it is written in the first image, it is assumed that everyone will benefit from the same support, right, guys? Are you agree? You can see that 3%, okay, they have got the 3 stool, right? And they are viewing on the other side, right? So everyone has got the same stool. So we can say that they have got the equal opportunity. Okay, but see the third person, jiski height kam hai, right? He is not able to see on the other side. Number one. Number second, see the number first person. The first person, no need of a stool, right? So without the stool, without the support, he can see, he can reach on that level to see on the other side. Okay, right? So what is happening? So this is the image of the equality. Equal stools we have given them, but they are not achieving the equality, right? See on the second image. In the second image. Now in the second image, the third person jiski height kam hai, just to understand the concept, equity and equality. Right? The third person jiski height kam hai, now 2 stools are given. Or the first person's no need of a stool. All the 3 they can see on the other side. Okay, isko padhte hain. In the second image, individuals are given different supports to make it possible for them to have equal access to the game. Right, guys? तो यही हो रहा है. तो basically क्या कर रही हैं governments अगर suppose करो, government is giving the 1,000 rupees to every person, okay, just to the poor persons, for example, okay, but what is happening? Okay, तो वो जो 1,000 rupees है, it is not reaching to a the person basically having the dire need. And second question arises, okay, by giving only the 1000 assistance by the government, we cannot say that we are matching the equality. हो सकता है कि एक पर्सन ऐसा है, there is a need of a 2000 rupees, right? तो second image हमें क्या बताती है? In the second image, individuals are given different supports. So guys, being government should give the different supports to the different persons in order to achieve the, first of all, equal access. First of all, they should come on the equality, and equal access unko mile. Then we can say the equality. Ab India mein there is a lot of gap. If any assistance is given to a particular person, so it does not reach to the particular persons. Even the person, no need of that resources, he avails that resources. I can give you the simple example of the, in the case of a corona, there is a need of a oxygen. You can see in Delhi's, what happens in the Delhi's. We are also viewing on the televisions, right? Most of the poor persons, they are not getting the oxygen, but rich persons, they are getting the oxygen very easily, right guys? So basically, oxygen जो है guys, on oxygen के ऊपर there is a सभी का, all of the persons, we are 140 crore persons in India, so we have the equal access on the oxygen, right? But what is happening that, so second image tells us we have to give the different supports to make it possible for them to have a equal access. Even guys, you are a teacher in the class, and take another example. You are a teacher in the class, you are giving the topic to all the students, and you think that, okay, I have given the topic, right? Now my duty is off, okay, because I have covered the syllabus. So guys, you have to see that whether your student has got or not, right? In your class, there are 30 students, okay. For example, some 2 or 3 students, they are not getting the topic. There is a need of a extra time, just to understand that particular concept. So that, first of all, for example, 2 or 3 persons are there, their basics are not clear to understand the concept which you taught in the class. So first of all, you have to give the extra time so that they will reach on that level, on the class level, then they will understand the concept, right? So wo kya tha? Equity tha. Now you have cleared the basics to that student. Now you can say that equality you will match. See the third image. Okay, all the 3 images you can see. In the first image, dekho kya tha? Now I have combined all the 3 images. Okay, you will understand the concept of equality and equity, right? In the first image, it is assumed that everyone will benefit from the same support, right? Ab second image, center image dekhiye kya hua. In this second image, individuals are given different supports to make it possible for them to have equal access to the game. They are being treated equitably, right? So we have to work on the equity. When we will work on the equity, so then what will happen? See in the third image. In the third image, all 3 can see the game without any supports or accommodation, because the cause of inequity was addressed. The systematic barrier has been removed. As you see in the foreign countries, America, Canada, वहां पे poor people बहुत कम है, ना के बराबर ही है, right? Because equality, they have achieved the equality. But India mein, when we talk about the India, okay, there is a lot of a gap. अगर अमीर persons है तो they are very much अमीर, very much rich. Poor है तो they are very much poor, right? So first of all, we have to address the gap of equity in order to achieve the equality. Got it, guys? So thank you so much, guys, for this lectures. Okay, I hope thing has clear to you, right? So in today's lecture, we talk about gender studies. What is the gender studies? We talk about masculinity and femininity, right? Patriarchy system and matriarchy system. Equality. What is the gender equality and gender equity, right? In the next class, rest of the topics we will discuss. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Okay, guys, thanks for today's lecture. Thanks to all of you.